Hey, okay, so my guest today is Corndiff. Hey,
Hello.
Corndiff.
How are you, Lorenzo? It's an honor to be here.
No, I appreciate you being here. Thank you for taking the time. Uh,
Absolutely.
how's everything going?
It's going great. I've just been doing little random Lego streams or 3D printing streams, and um, just yeah. Other than that, I've been working. How have you been?
I've been good. Just trying to maintain my mental health, but at the same time keep my commitments. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Yep. It's a balance.
Yeah, you know how it is.
Yep. Yep.
What what inspired you like to do the corn be a corn? I like corn though. Corn's it's
It's
not like the healthiest, but it's not the least healthiest, you know?
It's okay. I mean, it's not bad. That's all I'm striving for is to be not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess it depends on how much you put on it, but um, so what inspired me to be a corn? Um, well, you've heard of Cardiff Electric, the greatest
Who?
podcast. Ah,
Nah.
that guy. Um, check him out sometime. No, he yeah. So big fan of his. I think I was introduced to him via WATP, and
Yeah, he's
then
great.
yeah, there, and started watching Cardiff, and then that got me into just watching Stuttering John and some. So I don't know. One day, so Cardiff was I was a big fan of Cardiff's, and one day I was well, I was watching the stream, but it was a stream where someone had commented to Opie and asked if they would interview Cardiff, and I was thinking that'd be great. And but Opie responded by Cordiff. Who's Cordiff? He's in his Opie voice, and then Cordiff Natural Gas was born from that. And then when I saw Cordiff Natural Gas, I had already been kind of wanting to do something, and I had no idea what to do. And I saw Cordiff pop up, and I was like, okay, maybe it's fair game to do this sort of thing. I didn't want to feel. For the longest time, I worried that Cardiff Electric would think that I was trying to rip him off, and I didn't want it to come off like that. But um, that was a concern of mine. But
Well, that's respectful of you, but still you know what I mean? Everyone's kind of a imitation of everyone else at a certain point, you know what I mean?
I suppose, yeah. Can't Not everything can be original, but
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
he got it from that other guy, but he perfected it though. So yeah, how long have you
Yeah.
known Cardiff for, or you been around him?
Maybe a couple of months. It was ever
Oh,
since like kind of blew up on the WATP, and
yeah,
then I had him on my show, and I don't know, we just became
okay,
like, I don't know if it's like a close friendship or a close professional relationship, you know, where we kind of
yeah,
riff on each other. It's still haven't decided yet how it is, but we work well together.
yeah,
Uh and yeah, I know he's a pretty divisive potato where, you know, you either love
that
him
he
or you
is.
hate him. And I think I think everyone's great though. I'm not like
Oh
a hater to everyone or not, you know, like even people that solely do is hate, you know, I still find some use in that. I'm like, that's kind of funny, you know.
yeah,
Their
I,
whole visions to just troll on people. I'm like, okay, you have your purpose, so
yeah.
why not, you know?
There's an art to that as well. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. No, and I know, what are you, you're a yellow corn, right? Because I legitimately worked like for years in vegetables, like,
really.
yeah, like stocking them and knowing a lot about potatoes. I knew a lot about potatoes before I met Cardiff. I know a lot about, you know, corn, eggplants, all that other stuff.
You probably know
And
more than I do
y-
about
y-
corn. Then, to be honest,
yeah, and I know there's like bi-color corn, and I was like, is this guy bi? Is he like half white, half yellow? You know?
no,
Uh,
it's yellow all the way around.
All right. No, that's good to know.
Clear up that.
nothing nothing wrong with that if you were swinging the other way or in between, but
That's
I
right.
think
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
any color corn's great. I do like a good cream corn every now and then with the barbecue.
yeah. Someone asked me earlier what the best way to eat cream corn was, and I suggested one of those thick milkshake straws, and just chug it.
Like the malt straws, the
Yes,
ones,
yeah,
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
yeah.
That
Just
sounds
chug it.
good actually. I've never tried eating cream corn through a straw. They should really make, like carnival like straws, like real
Yes,
big. Yeah,
yeah.
that
But those
that would
giant pixie sticks
yeah.
type size thing. Yeah.
Dude,
Oh yeah.
no, that sounds good actually now. And you ever think about crows? Are you
Well,
scared of crows?
yeah, yeah. I mean, they're not a friend of corn. We actually have these allies that wander around called scarecrows and try to keep them away.
Mhm.
But
I'm not a friend of crows either.
okay, okay. Well,
Yeah, I don't
good
trust
to know.
crows. They're too smart for their own good, you know?
Yeah, they won't. They're not approachable. It's they've got. I feel like they're hiding something.
Yeah. No, no, they have ulterior motives to you think, "Oh, they're just a bird, they're just doing bird things." No, they have other things
Yeah,
on their minds besides just bird things of surviving and
yeah,
pooping out water and food at the same time or whatever they do.
yeah.
Uh,
That's ain't nobody got time for that.
but I think you and I can both, bond on that crows are just an enemy of
They're
both of our kind, you know?
yes. We can we should unite and try to take on Big Crow.
The crow industry.
Hell yeah.
No, and I still have never seen the movie The Crow. Have you ever seen the movie? Well, I don't know if you watch movies. You ever seen the movie The Crow?
I've seen them. I have seen movies, but yeah, The Crow. I have not seen The Crow.
Yeah, that
Um,
Brandon Lee Roth movie.
yeah, did he died after that or during that movie
Yeah, I
or
think he
something?
died like 3/4 of the way of it being finished.
Wow,
Of what was it like? Someone shot him with a rubber bullet or something, and
is
it
it
ended up like killing him.
a rubber bullet? Did
Yeah, something like that. It was like a stunt
wow,
gun, and ended up like actually kind of piercing him and killing him, and they were able to like guess finish off because they had the majority of his shit filmed, but
wow.
they yeah they he died on the set of that, and I think that's so even the way like his father died. Didn't Bruce Lee die like that too, of a
S-
stunt shot?
Yeah, was that the one? Yeah, I think that was the one where they something was lodged in the barrel and then they put a blank in behind it or something, and the blank launched what was lodged in the barrel into it. Yeah, I don't know. That's
Yeah, no,
yeah,
I
he
forget.
something like that.
No, I just it's terrible to do that. Do you have like parents?
Um, they're back there somewhere.
Yeah, I was gonna say some sort of
Yeah,
like mixture, right? Do
yeah,
you
it's one of those.
Are you like close to your parents?
Um, I mean, are we talking? So, okay, are we talking corn or the man behind the corn?
Well, whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so because it honestly gets uh, a little tricky trying to keep the bit up sometimes. No, I'm yeah, no, I'm close to my parents. Talk to them, hang out with them every now and then. I don't try. I figured they had enough of my shit when I was younger, so I try to just kind of stay out of their way and let them do their thing.
Okay. No, that's cool that you're close. I'm not really close to my parents, so I can always it's interesting, like refreshing to see like a child. Well, you're not a child, you're an adult, but you're still a child in the eyes of your parents, and
Yeah,
to still be close to them. And I wonder, like, when in my head, it's always like, when are they gonna turn on you? Like
they can turn on
because
you.
yeah, because my parents turned on. Well, my mother at least turned on me at a pretty young age, so it's always like not if but when.
Yeah.
as far as parents go.
I,
Uh,
I,
but I mean, I hope your relationship with them is still, rock solid.
it's been good so far, but you've got me wondering now. I'm wondering when they're going to turn on me. So I'm going to keep an eye out
Yeah,
for that
well,
for
I
sure.
think, and that's the thing about family is like it makes you want to trust them more, but they're
Yeah.
the ones that typically turn on you the quickest. The
Yeah. Because they're
people who
like,
you
they're family.
trust.
I can get away with being shitty to them a little bit.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
they're the ones that are closest to you, so they feel like they can justify the double cross or whatever.
I
And
probably should have asked. Is it okay if I cuss on here?
no, I don't care. Yeah,
Okay,
that's
cool. All right,
fine.
make sure.
Yeah, no worries.
Thank
You- yeah, yeah. I think I was on a podcast once where you couldn't cuss just once, and it was, man, it was hard.
you.
That
Yeah,
was
it doesn't feel natural.
no, that was a exercise. Let me tell you. And there was like an Australian podcast, so it was like really weird times to be interviewing them or being interviewed with them.
Yeah,
But they were very sweet people. Yeah.
nice.
They were wondering. I think we had to talk about Bigfoot, and I was like, "Yeah, I don't think Bigfoot exists."
Do they have Bigfoot down there?
I'm pretty sure they have something close to a fucking Bigfoot. The way they have the I don't think they have the Bigfoot there. Like
They've
the
got
one
a Bigfoot
they've
or
got like,
something.
yeah, they've got insects and animals with big feet and that
Oh,
are
yeah.
huge. Like
Well,
trapdoor spiders and all that other crap.
yeah, they don't need Bigfoot. That's right. Their regular insects and animals are already it's already the shit of nightmares. So
Yeah, their
Bigfoot's
their
not really.
ins their insects and animals look like that. That level in Super Mario 3 where everything's just bigger.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, it's just bigger, but it's like the same thing. It's just like 3 or 4 times bigger, and that's all it is over there. Things are just bigger, and it's like, how do you deal with that shit? But they just do.
yeah. More terrifying creatures, and the water goes the other way down the toilet.
Dude. And that's kind of weird in itself too, right?
Yeah,
Like I would start wondering about other stuff like time and space and other like scientific things like that
it's
over
a
there.
slippery slope till you're questioning your own existence. Yeah,
Oh, every day. Every day I wonder what, like, any second in time, what comes up to this moment is what came to this moment.
do do
I
you ever do you ever think you're a part of a simulation?
Every now and then I do. I don't know if you would consider being like part of a dream the same thing as a simulation.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would
yeah.
say I'm part of a dream.
Okay.
I don't know if it's my own or someone else's, but I've never felt like I've had like. Do you ever feel like your life? Not, I'm not saying it doesn't have purpose in its own little circle, but purpose like more in the spectrum of the whole world, where you're like, oh, I'm just basically like an NPC in this world, and
Yeah.
what am I doing? But just I'm not the main character. I'm just an NPC kind of doing his own thing.
Yeah, it's like you've got a purpose, but what the hell is
Yeah,
it?
very little. Like, do you disappear from the area once you go away from the main character to save RAM? On
Yeah, yeah.
characters.
Is that what happens? Is that what really happens when I sleep? Just saving RAM.
Yeah, but I mean, what can we do but just theorize? But I wouldn't say I think, like you said, I have a higher purpose as far as like saving the world or anything silly like that. But
You never
you
know.
try to give yourself at least an everyday purpose. Like, oh man, I'm gonna record with Corndiff and put this out and see who who reacts to it in this world,
Yeah.
and see
Just
I don't know.
hear the feedback from it and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just have fun with it, riff around and just see what's going on. That's all we can do.
Yep.
Uh I know I'd seen you, and I'm not a Opie and Anthony, I wouldn't say fan because I never listened to Opie and Anthony. very
um,
much. But how was that like doing all that stuff with what's his name? It was Opie, right?
with Obi. Yeah, it's been crazy because I listened to that show for so many years, and now having the opportunity to, I mean, it's just YouTube at the end of the day, but still to share a screen with him on his podcast, it's pretty awesome. Being able to talk with someone that you listened to for so many years and looked up to.
And it hasn't been like that don't meet your heroes type thing where it's it's uh it's biting you in the butt or anything like that.
No, no, not yet. I was very concerned that it would turn into something like that, in one way or another. But no, it's been just kind of like hanging out with someone. Anytime we're on a screen together, and it's only been a handful of times, but I was on his beer show yesterday for like a few minutes.
Hmm.
He sends that link out in his Facebook group, and I just pop in sometimes. But it's just a fun hang. It's been real nice so far.
And what does he usually do? I've never watched the show. Is he just kind of like, hey, come on, get happy, or something like they're all you all look like you're dancing, singing, like Partridge Family shit, like.
Yeah, we do about 45 minutes of that, and then
Oh yes.
audience questions. No, n- no, it's uh, I mean, what is his show like? Is what you're asking? The what kind of what's
Yeah,
his show about? Yeah. So
because I've
he
seen only clips and pieces, and it looks so positive, but then it also looks almost like a kid's show. And I don't mean that in an insulting way. It's just like you have the adult and then like a bunch of potato, the corn, and everyone's just kind of like, and
just bopping
uh,
around the screen. Yeah,
yeah, and
having a big time.
I'm like, who are
Um,
we aiming this at? But
it feels weird sometimes, but then you just kind of forget about the fact that you're a corn with two potatoes talking to someone that you look up to. It's hard to forget, but no, his show is it's a morning show, like or not a morning show, but it's he does this I guess sunrise stream, Opie Radio, and that's what got me into watching it. Um, and he does it either from his beach house or his apartment in the city, and he just talks about anything and everything. Interacts with the people in the chat and addresses whatever they've got going on. Um, he just talks about anything and everything. It's and then when the sun comes up, where everyone kind of oohs and ahs at the sun coming up in the background, but um, yeah, it's just it's a pretty light show. Occasionally, he gets some people in there, some haters, if you will, that
oh yeah,
like to give him a little
always.
grief. But he knows he knows how to find that block button, so he he does away with them.
No, he seems like a very positive man. And
Yeah,
have you ever met the other half? I know I've been seeing a little bit of that, I guess, beef brewing between him and his old other half. But he always like squashes it. He's like, "Nah, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it," and he just moves on.
yeah. Now, Anthony, I've had no interactions with Anthony. That's who you're talking about, I'm assuming. Yeah,
Yeah, the other.
and I mean he was at DabbleCon, and but yeah, he's someone that I've looked up to for years also, and he can quite often be a controversial figure, but
Hmm.
um, I just like his style of comedy, his on air personality, and he's got a good cadence, I think. And I feel like that's important. It's his strengths are a lot of in a lot of ways what my weaknesses are, and I've tried to study, I guess, over the years unintentionally. I guess I studied them, but um, I don't know. He's great. I look up to him. I'd love to meet him sometime. but I haven't reached out to him in any way.
Mhm. And so, like, you would say maybe him and Opie and Anthony sort of balanced each other out as far as how they're you got your baby face, you got your heel, sort of like.
Yeah, I guess I think they when they were on air together, they balanced each other out. I think, um, but I also can understand how working with someone for that long can make you not want to work with that person anymore.
Hmm.
So everything things run their course, and it seems that's what they did. Um, but yeah, they were good. They were good at playing off each other, and uh, I Jim Norton included. He was part of the reason I kept listening as long as I did to Opie and Anthony.
Yeah, he's pretty hilarious. I think I saw him
Oh
on
yeah.
Kill Tony recently, and also wasn't he on was it MLC or one of the other
One
shows?
of the others I missed it. I had to go to my brother's birthday party, but yeah,
Yeah.
I missed that one. I really wanted to see it.
No, he seems like a really, like, you look at him, he looks like a plain dude, but he's pretty fucking hilarious. That
Oh
Jim
yeah,
Norton
yeah.
dude.
I like how just how willing to share so much about himself he is. The whole Monster Rain and all that other shit. And he's uh he's very much an open book. It seems.
And when you were settling on when you settled on corn, were there any other, like, yeah, I wouldn't say gimmick, but
No,
any
give me.
other, like, you wanted to go to, like, other than corn?
So the potato filter is a more superior filter. I'll say that about the filter. I'm not going to say that
Mhm.
about Cardiff, um, but um, the filter, this Cobb, he is just he's stiff, and the ladies might like that. But I wish he had some more movement to him. The potatoes got a little bit of wiggle to him, and I would have preferred that. But I mean, I already felt like just doing a filter would be halfway ripping him off. So there was no way I was going to get anything close to a potato, even in shape or color.
Mhm.
Um, there was a carrot, but it just looked a little too. I don't know. I
Yeah,
didn't
I've
like
seen
it
the
that much.
carrot. I've seen the carrot. Carrots are good too, but yeah, I agree. That filter is a little bit
Yeah,
Yeah. No,
it'll
I
get
hear
you
you.
by in a pinch, but it's not my first choice. What
No,
would
but
you?
corn works.
Yeah. What if you had a filter? What would you look for? You think
I'd probably want a tomato
a
if
tomato?
they have a tomato, like, with the fucking vines on top, so it looks like hair or something, and
Oh yeah.
uh I can do the whole, like, gimmick where it's like, oh, I'm half vegetable, half fruit, so you're swinging both ways again, and
That's right.
and then I love ketchup. I hate tomatoes, but I love ketchup. It's
See, I do. Yeah, I like them both. I'll put tomatoes on everything. Hell, when I order a sausage biscuit from McDonald's, I have them put tomato on it.
really.
It's the thing that you didn't know you've been missing in your life, Lorenzo. Tomato on a sausage and biscuit. If you could ever stomach a tomato, but it's
Yeah, I think it's the texture more than anything
and
that
that
I.
and that's part of what really attracts me to it is it's the contrasting textures. It's nerding out about food stuff, but yeah, it's the contrasting textures and temperatures. Cold tomato, hot sausage biscuit. Then
Mhm.
there's the tomato taste, and then the savory sausage biscuit, and yeah,
I mean, I'd put ketchup on there, and then, like, maybe like a slice of cheese. But
on a
I'm a sick.
sausage biscuit.
Yeah, but I'm a sick person.
It's okay. We still like you. No, I've never had ketchup on a sausage biscuit, but is it pretty good?
To me, it is, but again, I'm a sick person. Like, I'll eat anything with ketchup on it. I just love ketchup. Ketchup's fucking
Do you dip
God's gift to earth. He made it on the seventh day.
now with well, yeah with a cheeseburger? If it's like a good home grilled cheeseburger, yeah, I'm terrible about the ketchup because I'll keep it next to me to where I can just squirt a little on the burger as I take another bite,
Hmm.
to where each bite is coated in. Yeah, I love ketchup on a burger, but.
I usually go the barbecue sauce route now that I'm I guess an adult, like cuz as a kid it was always ketchup, always ketchup, always ketchup, and then barbecue sauce rolls around and they got, your Sweet Baby Ray's, which is just the
Oh,
perfect
yeah,
barbecue sauce.
yeah.
And I put that on everything now too except breakfast items. Breakfast is ketchup, dinner is barbecue sauce.
That sounds right. Feels right.
Yeah, yeah. So but I'm just into that sweetness because that's all it is, right? It's just pure sugar, essentially, ketchup and, and barbecue sauce.
It's
It's
delicious.
like syrup, essentially, pouring it
Yeah.
all over that.
Another time when you might need that giant milkshake straw.
I'm sure eventually I'm gonna need it the way I handle my diet. I'm gonna end up in a hospital at some point.
Oh no, gotta watch
But
that.
I could, as long as I could still talk or do something, I guess I can keep up with this shit, right?
Fuck yeah, there you go. Hey, I want to mention your. By the way, your stickers are incredible quality,
No, I appreciate that.
dude. Yeah, they're
We
amazing.
my buddy Retro Horror Inc. His website www.retrohorrorinc.com. He does all the art for them, and then we usually go through like Sticker Mule or some other site called Sticky Brand,
Okay.
and they always have deals. I think it's like stickybrand.com, but they always have deals like where it's like 100 2.5-inch stickers for $17, just pay shipping or something.
Really?
And yeah, or recently they had like a 50 holographic stickers for $25, just pay shipping.
Oh
And
wow.
so any deal that pops up, I'm a man who likes a good deal.
Right.
Uh yeah, I'm always like thrift shopping from Goodwill or from Bed Bath and Beyond and going through the clearance items. So
Oh yeah, that's where the
if I
good
could
stuff's
see
at.
a good deal on stickers, we like, hey, I'll just order this right now, and then just have the backup stickers so whenever we send them to people, yeah, like I just got your seal of approval, like, oh, these are great, and it's like, yeah, they're
Yeah.
pretty much professionally done. And the Retro Horror Inc. on Instagram, who does the artwork, he's like a perfectionist, like
Oh,
medically a perfectionist. You know what I mean?
I
Like
believe it.
he's a surgeon when it comes to art, making sure every pixel looks fucking gold.
Yeah, the one with Krang, Krang and Corndiff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that like that one. That's amazing.
Yeah, he thought
That's
of that
favorite.
one, and it was just like hilarious. Like, oh my god, that is that's so perfect because it makes so much sense in this world.
Does it? Was there?
Yeah.
Did that one have a name? Do you call it? Is it called Krangdiff? Or
I
did I
think we did call it Krangdiff.
Krangdiff?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's badass.
Yeah, we put on the red bubble there too for shirts and stuff, but he just it was such a great idea. He just made it up and it was great. It was fucking great.
That's
But
awesome.
yeah, no, yeah, I think that's good for today. I want to thank you for coming by here. I don't know if you're a busy man, but I'm sure you're a busy corn.
I get
And
around.
yeah, I know I'm sure in this space you have a lot of growing to still do, and I'm looking forward to it. If you want to plug any of your stuff you got here, please go ahead and plug it.
Um, YouTube at Corndiff. Um, Subscribe. I'm trying to build subscribers and watch hours right now. That's the current goal.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, other than that, corndiff.com. It's got every other link to anything that I do.
Oh yeah, corndiff.com.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that's great. No,
Corndiff.com and corndiffpropane.com.
and I noticed that. Are you into like propane? Like, is that your go-to instead of charcoal?
Well, it only because yes, but only because the charcoal grill I have was homemade by someone, and they gifted it to me, and it's so massive you could cook about 5 turkeys in the damn thing. So just to use it to cook burgers, it's not practical. So I
Yeah.
usually lean towards this little small propane. But no, the actual reason that I went with Corndiff propane was just all I could think of was Corndiff, and I wasn't going to go with electric, so I went with propane.
I was thinking that because I've never
Yeah.
cooked with propane. I'm scared to death of
It's
gas.
not that bad. I remember being
Yeah,
scared of it at one point. It's really not as intense as I had made it out to be.
yeah.
Tons of safety features.
I would say you see a lot of the safety things, and you're like, oh man, I'm gonna blow my hands off.
Yeah,
This is gonna be some final destination death right in here.
yeah.
But no, I'm glad he went the propane route, and I'm glad you can say charcoal's still good because
I
charcoal is still good to fucking cook with.
If I had a different charcoal grill, yeah, okay. Flavor wise, charcoal, 100%. I hate to say
Hmm.
it, but yeah. Um, Efficiency, maybe, propane, yeah, or
I mean,
Corndiff
you
propane.
hate to
But
say it, but you're saying the truth. That's all. That's
yeah, I
all I'm
mean,
saying.
I, I, I'm nothing if not, I don't know, something of my word. I don't know what's the saying, but yeah, I wouldn't lie. I wouldn't dare lie.
Well, okay, so it's corndiff.com.
Corndiff.com, and on YouTube you can find me. I am at Corndiff.
All
At
right, great.
Corndiff.
Well, I appreciate your time today, Corndiff. It was real
I
great.
appreciate you, Lorenzo.
Yeah, no, thank you. It's great. Just having a chat with you, just riffing around, and yeah, I hope to have you again or be on something else whenever y'all are on.
Hell
It's
yeah.
great getting to know more people in this whole universe. It's great.
It is, and it's a good bunch of people. I'm finding out.
Yeah, a lot of them are surprisingly. When you go to the internet, you
Right.
think, "Oh, it's gonna be a bunch of negative," but no, they're surprisingly positive. The majority of
Yep.
them. But yeah, man, thank you for being here, and I'll definitely have to do this again.
All right. Thank you, sir. Cheers.
Uh huh. Later.